Oh, I kicked the rod.
Welcome to an episode of Spooner's Vlog, and we've got quite a treat in store for you. We've got a nice little lake, not loads of carp in, but quite a few big ones. So hopefully we're going to see a couple of 30-pounders on the bank, but I've got a few special guests with me. The first one you've met before, it's my youngest son, Freddie. We're hoping he can get himself a couple of bites as well. I'm going to be doubled up with an old mate of mine, Paul from Carp Fever, aka Boily Head. And the third guest is just a little bit special. We are going to be joined on this trip by Mr. Phil Foden! Here we go.
Here we go, that's the other one.
Come on, boy. Hands up if you've had a big un. My excitement for this session was off the scale. Not only because I wouldn't have to put up with Dovey for a change, but also because Phil Foden is without doubt one of the best football players in the world. In fact, he's literally just won the PFA Player of the Year, and I'd be spending the next few days picking his brains on all things fishing and football. With a potential PB on the cards, Phil wasted no time in getting his rods out. And what is your PB?
39.
Right, okay, so I think he said there's 5 or 6 fish that have done £40. They might have spawned out now, but 39, there's still going to be a couple of them that are inching over 40. How big's yours going to be, Freds? £400. £400? Yeah. All right, confident. Well, in order for us to catch a £400-pounder, we've got to get some rods out. Come on. See you in a bit, mate.
In a bit.
I opted to use the boat to get my rods out. Boily Head would hold the rod on the bank, allowing me to lead around with my hand, ensuring I'm fishing the best possible spots. A few scoops of bait over the top, and we were finally fishing. Not too much bait though. Not when you consider there's 30-pounders in here. I reckon I could put 10 times that out and they'd get eaten. But we want to catch them first. Feed them later. On the way back to shore, I noticed Phil had come all the way round to check out my masterful boating skills. Well, I think he was impressed. The other two guys both using bait boats. I'm not the biggest fan of them. That's the thing with them cheap, bait boats, you've got a chance. But I love a rowing boat, so I drifted out. I've got 2 rods tucked up again against that far margin. Because it's so deep, they tend to bait around the edges. It makes sense for us to focus our rods there. So I've got 2 tucked in. Phil, you've got the same, haven't you?
Yep, 2 in the reeds and 1 just off the end of this bush, so yeah. Yeah,
so it's going to happen. We don't know when the bite time's likely to be. Every bit of action we've seen quite a few fish roll, and it has been over the deeper water. So we've already had a little chat about maybe using zigs at some point, but until perhaps we've got 24 hours under our belt, everything is done accurate. Rods with bait boats, rods literally lowered off the side of a rowing boat, little traps over the top. Then fish turn up, we're getting them. So until that happens, cheers. We'd barely finished our chat and Phil's left-hander burst into life. Phil is hopefully off the mark. It's a nice common, not too far out. Hooked from where we put that rod out. The first one that went out, tucked in against the reeds where we could see the reeds knocking. Little white wafter, if I remember rightly. Yeah. Yeah, just keep it nice and steady. Them reeds, they'll just fold round, they'll come out of that. Keep watching, you'll see him pop up in a minute. No! Imagine knocking off Foden's fish at the net. That weren't you, mate, it was me. I can't. This is in. Well done, mate. Oh my God, if that had come off. Yeah, mate. Yeah, look how wide it is. It's at least a big 20, I would say. Boily, now you've lifted it. You've had a better gauge than anyone.
I reckon 28, 29.
I said that.
Oh, that looks like the absolute bob on.
28. Let's go. We've all said it.
I think it's exactly.
It's exactly 28.
What a start.
Some call that.
That is what you call a perfect start. How long have we been here? A couple of hours? £28 on the bank. When you think this is probably, well, it's about the average size. 65 carp and that's your average. Can't wait for the next bite, can you?
Can't wait.
Quality start to the trip.
Yeah.
What a start to the session. To round off day one, we all sat round mine and Boily Head Swim and spent the evening with good food and spoke all things fishing.
Underwater, mate. Ready to sleep tonight?
Not because it's boring.
No.
We could not wait for the second bite. Well, a little bit of a disappointing night. I think we all went to bed thinking someone's going to get one pretty quickly, but we woke up to a beautiful morning and very dry landing nets. We'll go around and see Phil in a bit. He's sort of round the corner. Me and Paul are doubled up here. Till then, kettle's going back on. Another coffee. Despite Phil's early fish yesterday, we felt like we weren't maximising our chances of more bites. We needed to ring the changes, so that's exactly what we did. So we shuffled the rods around to make space for an adjustable to be deployed into a likely looking zone in front of Boily Head Swim. Surely this was the change I needed to make to get off the mark.
Right, that has just hit a fish on the way down. 100%. It's a good sign and a bad sign. Good sign is there's fish there. The bad sign, I might have just killed one.
With a change in tactics came a change in confidence, but we weren't the only ones ringing the changes. Phil also decided to freshen things up with a new bait mix consisting of crushed mainline boilies and plenty of smart liquid.
So the left-hander, I've noticed that there's a gap going right in. I couldn't see it until I put my waders on and went out in the water. So yeah, I put that in a lovely little gap that I can see. The middle one, that's done a bite. Yeah, just same again, in the gaps in the reeds. And then late last night, I heard them knocking in the reeds just to my right in front of the peg. So yeah, slack line, left that loose and put a bit of bait over it. So yeah, fingers crossed. Let's see if we can get a bite. Come on, the fishes.
Phil's crossed fingers must have worked, but not for his own rods, as Boily Head's left-hander screamed into action. The snaggy nature of the lake meant the boat was required to give us the best chance of landing every carp, and this one was no different.
Well, ideally, we'd have a boat about twice the size for getting two of us in and a landing net. Beggars can't be choosers. Yeah.
It had been almost 24 hours since the first bite, and it's safe to say we were all desperate to land this fish.
Hope so, mate.
What's your predictions?
Definitely over 30 the way that took line.
Dad, look.
Yeah, let's hope he gets it in. Seems a decent one.
You're joking.
Carp 1, Boily Head 0.
We saw it was on the surface waiting for us, but as we got there, it's gone round the reeds and shot back under the boat. Just cut the line.
Some you win, some you don't.
But we've repositioned it this morning. We've got a bite. Next time we'll land, and it's going to be massive.
Despite the wounding loss of that carp, spirits remained high.
He catches nothing, it's not my fault.
And you can't blame them. They were just about to experience a famous Spooner barbecue.
How did you get into fishing?
My old man, when I
Yeah.
was around the age of 5, yeah, he would always take me, and yeah, loved it ever since.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How did you start? Was it like maggot bashing, roach, rudd?
Yeah, just catching whatever really,
Yeah.
the smaller fish, as you do on a float with maggots. And the more times I've done it, I got into more catching the bigger fish, the carp. So
But you still do a bit. Do you still do a bit of everything, or is it predominantly carp?
yeah, mate, I do like float fishing time to time. I go to my local places and yeah, catch whatever, whether it's tench.
Still enjoy it? Yes, just the
Still
buzz of
enjoy
being
it.
out fishing.
Yeah, it's the buzz. Whatever fishing I'm doing, I
Yeah.
enjoy it. It's the same feeling. So yeah, I just love it.
Now, I get to fish quite a lot because of what I do for a living. How often do you actually get to go?
Yeah, it's obviously difficult with the schedule that I'm on. Just the odd day here and there. Obviously, it's nice to come to places like this, which is obviously a little bit out the way and
Yeah, a bit different.
Yeah, a bit different. You know, no one's going to mind me here, and yeah, I can just relax. But I like to take Ronnie every so often. I say once a week. I go to my local and yeah, just catch a few little carp with him and whatever we can.
Is he getting into it as well?
He loves it. Yeah,
Does he?
He's got his little 6-footers and yeah, he just loves fishing, man. He loves it.
That's quality. So do you know that's what the having you come onto the vlog. Oh God, this is a joke, isn't it? Having you come onto the vlog, you're going to get people watching this that are watching it because you're on it, rather than because of the fishing. But the hope is to see people like you doing it, seeing the enjoyment that people get from fishing, that we get more youngsters into the sport. 'Cause that's what it really needs.
Yeah, that's the aim, innit? To obviously people watching this.
Well, yeah, you think any other sport, you must name any other sport, there's a route to get into it. If you want to play football, there's always a local club.
Yeah.
Tennis, badminton, cricket, fishing.
Yeah, I remember when I was younger and every lake I went to used to be full with young kids in school uniforms, and I feel like now you don't see as many.
No.
For whatever reason. But yeah, I used to love finishing school and yeah, going straight to the lake with my
Yeah.
dad. So yeah.
When I was a kid, it was get on your bike, find out where your mates were and go and kick a football with them.
Same, mate, just out every day on the streets and yeah. Half a day football, half a day fishing I used to do.
What's your biggest passion, football or fishing?
Nah.
Taking away what you do for a living.
Football, of
Football
course.
still, yeah?
Yeah, but yeah, fishing's up there for me. I just love the buzz of catching any fish. Yeah, it's the buzz that I live for, you know, the feeling I get when I get a fish is, like I said, it's always the same, every bite's the same, so
Yeah.
yeah, hopefully I
matter
never
whether it's
lose that feeling because
Yeah, I'm the same, mate.
Yeah.
Whether it's a float going under, a quiver tip going round, bite alarm going off,
yeah,
fish taking it off the top, whatever it might be,
Whatever
that is
it
the
is.
bit, isn't it? I
Yeah.
couldn't agree more. Wow.
smoking a lot in it.
Do you like your barbecue burn or
I think so, yeah.
extra charcoal? That's not too bad.
Yeah, at one point I was speaking and then all the smoke came in my mouth. I was like, ugh. Nearly lost my breath. I could just smell it and taste it.
Last season, for example, you played a full season in just about every tournament there was available.
Yeah.
You then come straight off the back of that into the Euros. Do you get any time out in the Euros? Is there any downtime when you're doing that sort of tournament?
The years, luckily on camp we had a couple of little lakes on the golf course and
No way.
yeah.
Do you got to do a bit of fishing whilst you're out there?
Yeah, so yeah, after training when we had not a lot of things to do, I'd get the rod out and walk down to these little lakes and catch a few carp. They weren't the biggest, but like I said, it's the enjoyment that I get from the bites. And
Did you get any of the other lads into it?
so most of them looked at me going out when I'm walking, with my gear down to the fishing lake. But yeah, Eze said, Phil, yeah, I'll come with you one night. So I brought him down with me and he's got a different view on it now, which is nice to take him for the first time.
And that is all it takes, isn't it? I think people from the outside look at fishing as something that's really boring. It really isn't. There are elements of it that can be. But like we're doing now, rods are out, bit of a social, barbecue on the go. What's not to like?
Nothing better, mate, for me.
It's good that some of the other guys get into. Yeah, that's your mission. You've got to get them all to have a go.
Definitely, I'm trying, mate. I'm trying. I was trying to get more out at the Euros, but yeah, they weren't having it, I don't think. Mate, you only need that couple of hours where it just turns on and something clicks, doesn't it?
And they'll just let their guard down. They've been on edge for 24 hours because we've put a load of lines in, bait boats going out, me going out in a boat.
That's the thing, Paul had one that came off as well, so that disturbance.
Yeah.
And this is me when I retire, a vlog for fishing.
Oh yeah, invite me as your guest, yeah?
Definitely. Get me some views.
Speaking of fishing films, here on the Korda YouTube channel and across all of our social media platforms, you can find a vast array of educational and inspiring fishing content. From fun vlogs to in-depth masterclasses, there really is something for everyone to benefit from. So if you're looking to get into carp fishing for the very first time, please check out the Korda carp fishing platforms. Now, back to the video. The carp were clearly jealous of my barbecue because just as we went to take the first bite...
Here we go.
Here we
Here
go.
we
That's the
go.
other one.
Go on, boily head.
What happened to the barb, isn't it? We said that, didn't we?
Yeah. There is only one thing you ever want to interrupt a good barbecue, and that's a bite. And that's exactly what boily head has had.
Just hope he gets it in. Whatever size it is, it don't matter. Just hopefully he gets it in. Fingers crossed.
I reckon they are buried in that reed
Oh
bed,
my
you know.
God, he's gone deep in there.
Just watching him out there now, the rod's laid down in the boat, where the fish has gone into the reeds, he's trying to sort of pull himself into it gently. And at this point, I don't know if he knows if it's still on or not. We haven't got a clue. We are just keeping everything crossed that he just comes back here in a minute, without an oar, but with a net full of carp. He's deep in there. He looks like Tarzan.
Need some help, Paul?
We can do, we're helpless, aren't we?
Should we just go and get another burger?
Yeah, the result is what it is, isn't it?
Leave him there. Oh, I can see something kicking.
Yeah, I
You
did.
see that?
Yeah.
It's still on. You see
Right,
the fish there?
right up in the reef. Well, I'll tell you what it's done.
It's gone
You know what we
round.
thought was spooking? It's gone in
round.
and come out.
He's still on. Oh, he's there.
He's getting there.
kicking.
Come on, come on. He's going to go in. He's going in. I'm telling you now.
Tarzan is getting in.
Yes!
That's why I'm going to get back though.
Use the rod maybe?
We'll have a hot dog while you work it out.
Oh shit, I get the rod.
Oh, don't worry about it. He's trying to row it.
It's not going in.
Boily. You should have took that.
Get this on film.
Oh, it's all
Quality.
being covered.
Believe it or not, Boily did eventually make it back to land, so quickly polished off the barbecue before taking a look at Tarzan's well-earned prize.
16,
Bang on.
4.
Is Nick another 4 ounces? Feel you happy with that?
Happy, mate.
Well, I guess if you are going to interrupt my dinner, that's the way to do it.
Absolutely.
When it's been a bit moody for us, isn't it? So to get another one, tick another one off. I know it ain't the 30 pounder we want, but he's very welcome.
Absolutely. At least we know Spot produces carp.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, on that note, the rods are all now reset for the night ahead. We are going to go into it far more confident than we perhaps were a few hours ago, but this has changed everything, innit?
Yes.
Bring on night number
We happy,
2.
Ron?
Happy, mate, yeah.
Yes. Just got you to catch one now, Spoons.
All right, don't rub it in, mate. I'll see you later, yeah?
Although I was yet to get off the mark, I felt that at some point the zigs had to produce the goods. It's almost like I knew what day 3 had in store for us.
Who's left wing for Real Madrid? Vinicius. Is it Vinicius?
Yeah,
Wait.
Spoons, Spoons. Spoons, that's going, that. It's going. That's it.
It's mad though that he's sat out there all night at 5 foot under. They must have just rocked up at that depth, mustn't they? Yeah. Oh, it's a scaly. I'll get out of your way a bit, Boily, just because of that weed. Come on. Get in! Get in! Get in! Ah, feel better now. Life feels very good again.
He's a nice one.
He's a lovely calf, isn't he?
To have finally got off the mark was a relief, but this wasn't the time to slow down. The carp had become active and it felt that another chance on the zigs was very high. A second zig was dispatched into the area we had been seeing the shows, and with 24 hours left of the session, a grand finale was surely in reach. With all rods back on the dance floor, it was finally time to check out this awesome fish.
Well, the reason you didn't get this bite, Freds, is because it's not quite £30. Yours is going to be. That is an absolute cracker, lads. Just under £30, but it really don't matter. Look how cool that is. We're 48 hours in. None of us have had a £30-pounder yet, but the fish are more active. Phil's got them knocking the reeds in the back of your swim. You had day bites yesterday.
Yep.
So we're all going into the last 24 hours very, very confident. And by law of averages, one of the next bites is a £30-pounder.
Got me.
But for now, we'll just enjoy this one.
I'll do nicely.
Oh, we'll win it, mate.
Without a doubt. Well done.
Worth getting on the other side as well.
Yeah, oh yeah,
Zone.
we'll definitely get some nice pics of this. He's a big one, isn't he, mate? And give him a kiss? You never want to, do you?
Go on, give it a kiss.
He's coming. Watch him go, Fred's the best bit. Second best bit. He's cool, isn't it? The best bit will always be the bite for me. But the second best is that bit. So a bit of a tactical tweak around in Phil's swim. We've just shown him how to use an adjustable zig for the first time. Try and nugget that in place. Have you got any go around here?
I have, mate, I've got loads.
Have you got, is that a thick almond?
Yeah.
And fish have definitely moved in front of him. I could see him from over where I was. So we've got him an adjustable zig out.
My rods have been in the hands of Spoon, and not many people can say that. I'm going to cast it now as well.
5 foot under the surface, and I cast it seconds after one and showed. So it is perfectly in the zone. It's proper exciting when you start to see fish showing all the time and blowing up. You know they're sitting up in the water. And when you've got the right presentation in front of them, it does just feel like we're going to get another bite really quickly. £30-pounder incoming.
If only we knew what the next few hours had in store for us.
Probably cliche or Torre. Yep.
Did I get it right?
Torre. Colo Torre. Okay, mate. Right, left hand out. Want me to come out with you? It's up to you. I won't be offended if you say no. Another one's just shown as well. He's hooking them and they're showing on him. He's going to get a double take.
Pet, if you're watching, that is a high protein bacon butty.
Free. I would say based on our last result out here. Okay, we'll keep you clutching nice and loose when we get out there. Yeah, look, I can see the reeds knocking there.
Basically, every time I'm eating, he gets a bite. I'm in a bacon butty, and his left hand rod's gone. But we don't have it still on yet, so fingers crossed.
Yep, fish is still on. It's just.
Let's hope he gets it in, and it's at least a 30.
I've let go.
Still on.
He's just caught around some roots, so I'm not going to do anything too.
I've got hold of him.
No, it's the weed. Yes! Well done, Boyley.
Well done, Boyley Head.
Oh. Are you watching? Are you watching? Are you watching Thomas Dove? Yeah, mate. Just keep eating, Phil. Phil's had them all in his corner, just on the edge of where he is. There's more bites to come, and I'm just going to check that far margin because when I went back out there yesterday, I could see all of my bait. So as it stands, I've got no baits over on that far margin, but when you can see the deck like that, you can also tell if a carp's been in, add a little feed, and if it's been completely cleaned out, I might put a rod back over there for the afternoon, evening, through the night. It's exciting when you start to think that any one of the rods could go at any point. That's when you know you've got it pretty much on lockdown.
For the record, the spots hadn't been visited by Carp, but they may be receiving a visit from me as Phil thought it'd be funny to attack me with isofish. I'm just glad his catapult skills aren't as accurate as his left foot. Speaking of feet, Phil's about to get his wet.
You just know it's plodding.
Oh, I hope you're right, mate. Well done, Fred. Just dump them down there for me, mate.
I think the running part is, you know.
I've got my breath back quicker than you, I'm just saying. Don't worry. Just don't put too much pressure on it. Got your waders behind you?
Eh?
Yeah. I love the keenness of this. The waders are there and he's having none of it. What are you saying, Fred? Should you have got in like that?
Oh, it's a bit
no.
Don't worry, honestly, we can always get the boat. Just don't lay into it too much. I'll tell you what, I'm not as keen as... What size feet are you, Phil?
8.
I just bend my toes up a bit.
What are you doing?
Well, I'm a 10. That's what I wanted to do.
There we go, Daddy, go.
Just keep it steady pressure, mate.
So funny, Dad.
Is it taking line? Mega. Don't worry.
Dad, you know how weird you look? But you look quite funny as well.
Okay, just keep it steady, mate. Have you?
Yeah,
Okay.
she's done that. Yeah, I can get on him. It's coming to the water now.
Okay, mate. Still getting movement.
Oh, it's come off.
No!
Yeah. Come on. Yeah, it's come off, mate.
Gutted. It's the only word I can find to describe how we all felt. Even though Phil almost took my head off with boilies 15 minutes ago, I was truly gutted. The worst thing about it all was that the clock was ticking and we didn't have much time left at all. To tell the truth, it really didn't feel all that great for another opportunity. But as Dovey would say, what do I know?
Let me just get the clutch set.
What does that mean?
Okay, just keep a nice bend in that rod. Okay, right, stop reeling, then we pull it back, remember? And then you reel down. That's it, mate, and reel down, down, down. Keep a nice bend in that rod, keep reeling. Pull it back, that's it. It's all going off. So Phil's just had a bite and unfortunately, he's got tangled up in his adjustable zig, pulled it all into some reeds and some snags, and unfortunately it's led to a hook pull. I've come back round to get the boat so we can go and release that. And whilst we're here, literally getting the boat in the water, the zig that I think Tom Rossiter might have moved to 6 foot under. Is that right, Tom?
Yes.
Moved it to 6 foot down, so come a foot lower than what it's been. And we had a few beeps that we thought might have been us with the boat, but clearly it wasn't. And Freddie is doing battle with what we hope is a new PB. Slowly does it. That's it, mate. Brilliant.
Barrel?
Yeah, keep your rod coming back a bit more first. Try and always look for a little bend in that rod so you're keeping the pressure on the hook link, okay? Well done. There he is, Fred. He's not far out. You reckon you're all right on your own? Okay. That's all right. Don't worry. He's taking a bit of line at the minute. Look at him. Look at the bubbles he's causing, Fred. That's where he's hitting the bottom, trying to escape your hook. Exactly, Freds. It's a size 8 Kamakura Choddy.
Don't know what one was.
Right, reel, reel.
I keep thinking.
He might as well just give up, mightn't he? Right, Fred, slowly walk backwards, mate. Yep. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Yes! Get in! Yes! Well done, Freds. Guess what, Freds? You smell. Ha! That might be bigger than £21.
Yeah.
I've got to soak you.
No.
Well then, Fred.
You take a dip,
I
bro.
didn't know you had one on, you know. Hey?
Take a dip.
Had to go in, didn't I? Well done, mate. Class. Decent one.
Yeah, it's over £21, I'd say.
Well done, mate.
Camera's getting wet.
I was literally, we were just getting in the boat, and that gave out a few bleeps. We're like,
In my lifetime of angling, I've been fortunate enough to experience some unbelievable moments. And yet, after all of that, watching my son land his PB, knowing he's going to get to share the moment with his footballing idol, is right up there with one of the best. Before we find out exactly how big Freddie's new PB is, we quickly had a look at Boiley's fish from earlier.
So there we have it, lovely little 16-pound two stocky. But Freddie's got one, I think, that's slightly bigger. I think we're going to have a look at that now.
Wow.
Pretty big, that, Fred's.
That is definitely bigger than 21 pounds. Put it that way. Wow, wow, wow. That's a 30,
That's a
mate.
30-pounder,
You caught the biggest fish.
Yeah,
How do you feel?
pretty good.
Pretty good.
What are we on?
Freddie,
Yeah.
your new PB, it's not 21 anymore. It's not even 31 anymore.
Go on.
It is 32 pounds, 12 ounces.
Does that mean he gets a bucket over his head?
100%, you bucket one, mate. That's it, Fred. Lift, get them muscles going.
Go on, mate.
What an absolute result. The zigs have proved to be the way for us over in this swim, and Freddie played this in. How big was it, Fred?
32 pounds something.
32 pounds, 12 ounces. On a zig. What an absolute result. What are we saying, boys?
Oh, it's a lump in
Well
it.
done.
Well done,
It's a
mate.
proper
Proud
carp.
of
In the 30s club.
you. Well done, mate.
Get in there.
Happy, mate? Well done. And whilst we are all going to buzz off of this capture well into the evening, we've got about 12, 15 hours left, and we know there's probably another 30 fish like this swimming around, so there could be even more to come. But for now, give it a kiss, Fred. Come on!
Go on, kiss
Come on,
it.
it's a PB, come on. Oh, kiss it. Mwah.
Ah. Memories, mate. Well done.
Awesome, boys.
Well
Thanks,
done.
Doc. Thanks a lot. All right, Freds. Sure you don't give him a kiss? Last chance, okay? Get him over the top there. Away you go, fella. Bye.
Well done, mate.
Still saying nice.
Freds. Well done, mate.
Yeah.
Well done.
Now, bucket time.
The final evening was magic, but unfortunately it passed very quickly and without the appearance from another carp.
Well, the end of the vlog has not come exactly as we wanted. We'd love to have shown you one more carp, but unfortunately the night has passed very quietly. We're still hanging on, the rods are still out, but it is time to say goodbye. Freds, have you had a good trip?
Yeah.
We've caught lots of lovely carp. We've had a lovely social. I'm hoping there's people watching this that have never watched anything to do with fishing before. And if you've watched it, you like what you see, drop an email to info@korda.co.uk and we can help you to perhaps get on the bank for the first time. Not got a left to say. Thanks for watching. And as Mr. Fairbrass would say,
See you on the bank sometime.
wicked.
Oh, sorry.
I should have Peter Kane just run through the middle and have it.